Hey everybody, welcome to Batter Sports production with SwingBadder. I want to first start the show off with the congratulations. Dad, rounding third is not just rounding third in the hearts of men and women everywhere, mostly men, majority of men, but you are now the leading show Batter Sports has put on. Rounding Third is an excellent show for those that don't know it. You have great fans. You have folks that love to comment. So I just want to give you a shout out. You are currently passing SwingBadder. You haven't been around very long, but you're in the victory lap, sir.
Thank you very much.
Hat just for you.
Well, you have to have a memory or an interest in memory. I go back into the time machine with Peabody and Sherman. So if you don't know what that is, come to rounding third. We'll fill you in.
Right.
There you go.
That's the prerequisite. You got to know Peabody and Sherman to.
Todd, you're gonna throw the entire show off with this giant hat because the AI or whatever our production.
Well, it was a tribute.
Oh, it's a good tribute. Batter Sports, Dad, this hat's for you. For those that want to read his articles, it's battersports.com. Todd and Dad and Aiden are writing for us. It's fantastic. We got some good input. And that's the house cleaning to start us all off. So, Dad, congratulations. I like these conversations because it feels like we're all back at home talking sports after all the homework, all the stuff's done. We get to talk about other people and we get to either make fun, make jokes, laugh a little bit, and we hope you guys enjoy it as well. So wanted to start the show off with your guys' opinion of some teams, and I'm just going to start not with the bad teams, but with the great teams. We have some hot teams playing baseball, and one is Todd's favorite. So, Todd, I want you to talk about how you are feeling. The Mets are in fuego.
Hold on a second. I brought a prop.
I'm holding on. And we deserve all the props right now. They're 18-7. Ooh.
This is the Mets' new favorite toy. It's called a broom. Because we just swept two teams at home. We had a perfect homestand. We went 7-0. This is the best part about a team when the pitching is doing everything it's supposed to do. Listen, I don't need all 9 hitters to be streaky at the same time. It doesn't work. If you have everybody hitting at the same time, that means they're going to slump at the same time. And it's okay if Soto is starting off slower than we wanted him to for the amount of money that we're paying him. Because Pete Alonso is going out there with like the vengeance of God going after a free agency contract because he has an opt-out after this year. Francisco Lindor actually changed his spring training at the beginning of this year and started training 3 or 4 weeks earlier than he usually does because he didn't want to get off to a historically slow start. He was a little bit slow in the first 2 weeks, but he's come back. He had a game-winning home run for us. He's been fantastic. Nimmo's been a little bit hit or miss. That's okay. Mark Vientos is starting to pour it on. He slumped at the beginning of the season. I love what I'm seeing out of what I call the real Acuna. Thank you, O'Keefe, on Twitter. The real Acuna at second base is going to make things really, really interesting for when McNeil comes back. And then we have guys like Terrence stepping up in catcher, gunning guys down and stealing bases and actually hitting. When the bottom of your order is setting up Lindor, is setting up Soto, is setting up Alonso. Alonso leading Major League Baseball in RBIs. I think he and Judge are having a contest for it.
Probably the most surprising thing to me is how well their starters have done.
That's the thing. The pitching, I saw this meme, it was fantastic, where somebody had that scene from the first Iron Man when Jeff Bridges is the bad guy is yelling at the scientist because he said, Tony Stark built this in a cave out of scraps. And they were using that meme to describe the Mets rotation. And listen, after 2 years, it's time for everybody that questions Stearns when he's building a pitching staff to just stop. He did it with the Brewers when he was the GM of the Brewers. When he was GM of the Brewers, he built a staff leading up to the year before last that was one of the best staffs in baseball. He came to the Mets. He set up the pitching lab. Last year, the pitching was doing what it had to do. This year, Kodai Senga has a .7 ERA. He's pitching tomorrow against Washington. He was my preseason pick for the Cy Young. I was kind of tongue-in-cheek, but this guy's jamming right now. Sean Manaea's not even back yet. He turned the closer into a starter. We've got a guy named Griffin Canning is actually performing. It's fantastic. I know it's not going to last all season. I know the Dodgers are more than likely going to have the most wins at the end of the year. For right now, things are really great, and you can see the chemistry of the team starting to gel. It's really nice to see.
I want to show you how Brendan talks a lot about you got to look at baseball in blocks of 10 games. That's a lot of wisdom there. But I just want to tell you something.
Brendan.
So I want to tell you something. Everybody knows that Atlanta Braves have stunk up the farm. They have been horrible. So I look at the standings today. The Atlanta Braves are 2 games behind the second place Phillies in the loss column. They're right in the middle of it. Mets come back to earth. Braves are back in the running. And
I'm not allowed.
Horrible.
Whoa. I'm throwing a flag. You're not allowed to poo-poo the Mets start by saying when they come back to earth. I said there's hot teams I want to talk about. The Mets are super hot. As far as Todd is concerned, they are on the trajectory of going to Mars. He should believe that. 7 in a row, swept the Phillies. This is an exciting time for the Mets. We got to be excited about it.
Look at their run differential. Look at their run differential compared to the rest of the National League East.
Hold on. That's later on in the show. I don't want to get it. No.
You will address this now. You brought up the Mets. You get the Mets. We are plus 36. Nobody else in the division is positive. Nobody else.
That's a problem.
I am telling Todd to enjoy it. You enjoy it when someone is buying the drinks at the bar.
Yes.
Okay? But hot rhymes with not. And that's what happens next.
I have
I just
suffered
want
for
everyone to
so
know
long. I will not be brought down to earth by your pragmatic pessimism.
This is how our lives were. I'm just telling you, growing up in our household, you'd come home, you'd be looking great, you had a great game, you had a great performance. Dad was there to make sure your head never got too big. He knew right around the corner was a slap right in the face, knock your teeth out. And he said, you know what? It's really great. Tomorrow's going to be challenging. So thank you, Dad. This is a good perspective. For all those out there, this is what you need. You need some of our dad to tell you, hey, don't get your head too big and don't be so far down. So he's telling the Braves, hey, it wasn't that terrible, was it? And he's telling the Mets, hey, don't get ahead of yourself. Stay in the moment.
It's a marathon race. It's not a sprint. But great. Enjoy it. Enjoy every single win. I see your son going nuts every day. Do it, man. Enjoy every day.
That may or may not have something to do with the Mets.
He's got himself a girlfriend. Hey.
No.
Breaking news. Nick from Shorthanded.
This might be because his uncle is keeping him up until 1:30 in the morning Eastern doing hockey podcasts.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it's certainly enjoyable. So you brought up plus minus. I'm not even going to get into that. There are 2 hot teams. There's one other team in baseball that has the same record at home as the New York Mets. Can you name it? It shouldn't be hard. You guys are all baseball nerds. You probably looked at this.
I didn't look at it.
One team in baseball that currently has this exact same best record at home, because the Mets, just so everyone knows, the Mets are 12-1 at home. That is amazing. That is amazing. Go Mets. If you're at home, go to the game. 12-1.
Well, that means their record has to be similar.
I would guess that it's our friends in Arlington, Texas. No?
No, sir. It is not our friends in Texas. That is a good guess, though. The Texas Rangers are 10-3 at home.
I think it's a team in the West. Because your two teams that are behind the Mets are the Dodgers and Padres, as far as the record is concerned.
I don't know why you didn't say the Giants, because they're 17-9.
Oh yeah, they're also All right, it's got to be one of those three.
Which one do you get? Pick one. Hands on a burner.
Probably the stink.
Padres are in first. I'm going to go with the Padres.
You are correct. The Padres and the Mets are 12-1 at home. Their records on the road, 6-6 for the Mets, 5-7 for the Padres. Both of those teams are crushing it at home. Who in the National League and in the American League have had the best away records? Away. And the National League team is the best record in all of baseball. And
That's the Mets.
Nope, the Mets are 6-6 away.
But they're not the best record. Oh, you mean best away record?
Yes, playing on the road. Who has the best road record to start this year?
It might be someone like the Giants.
You are correct. The San Francisco Giants,
because they have the same number of wins as the Padres, right?
The San Francisco Giants are 10-6 away and 7-3 at home. If you compare that, the Padres are 12-1, 5-7. Mets are 12-1, 6-6. The Giants are playing 10-6 ball on the road. There's not a single other team in baseball with double-digit wins. These teams are hot. The AL
Who's
West,
the away team in the American League? Is it the Yankees?
the best away record in the American League. You would never get this. You would never guess this. It's the Oakland A's. The Sacramento A's are 8-5 as of this recording. Before the games are played tonight, they're 8-5. There's not another team in the American League with 8 wins on the road. The Sacramento A's, with a record of 11-13, are 8-5. And when they play at home in the Sacramento Minor League Stadium, they are 3-8. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a failed experiment.
Well, everybody's got to play in that minor league stadium when they play them, so it's not their fault.
Todd, I think they have to change in their cars before they go to the game. I don't know if you remember Little League when you had to put your cleats on in the back of your van. I believe that's happening in Sacramento. Mom and Dad drive you up. You're like, hey, did you bring your away jersey? I forgot the home jersey.
You know what else is happening in Sacramento?
What else?
Tyler Soderstrom is leading Major League Baseball with 9 home runs.
Home runs. I'm glad you're going to the home run category because
he has 9 home runs in 19 games.
He's one of the guys in the home run category. You're correct. He's one of them. There's a couple with 9, and Aiden wrote about one of them. Plays for Seattle. Here we go. We have 3 players with 9.
But this is his entire 2024 total was 9 home runs.
I agree with you. Anyone on Sacramento, anyone on the A's in this list is fantastic. But yes, Tyler is tied for the lead with 9 home runs.
That's shocking.
Cal for the Seattle Mariners, the catcher for the Seattle Mariners, has 9 as well. And Aiden wrote about him in the article about the AL West. And Corbin Carroll, Dad's pick for MVP. He
had 2 last night, right?
9 home runs. Corbin Carroll is off to a hot start. Of those 3 players,
you know what? Seriously, but you know what I like about Corbin Carroll?
Everything.
He does not look like a home run hitter. He does not. He's not big. He's not like muscular. But like, I watched the highlight of one of his home runs yesterday. It was like straightaway center.
Yeah, that was.
He absolutely crushed it.
Compact power.
Is he using a turbo bat?
No, he doesn't need a turbo bat. Have you ever?
Guys, like he's really like he's that is.
Do you remember the cartoons back in the day when we had to wait for him? Mighty Mouse. That should be his nickname.
Oh yeah,
he would be a fantastic portrayal of Mighty Mouse because. Also, I just want to give you a couple stats about these 3 players that are leading the league in home runs. Corbin Carroll has 4 stolen bases and has not been caught. The catcher for Seattle has 3 stolen bases and has not been caught, which is odd if you see this man. Corbin Carroll's batting the highest with a 327 average.
Mm-hmm.
Cal is the lowest with a 222 average. And then Tyler has a 283 average. Strikeouts among these 3 players. They're leading the league in home runs.
Right.
Cal has 33. Corbin has 26. Tyler has 23. And Cal, who is a catcher for Seattle, has the most walks at 14, and the other 2 players have 10. So we'll see how this looks like. But right now, this is an interesting home run list. That's for sure. I'm glad you touched on that.
Can you prorate out Mike Trout, who's sitting at 8 home runs, his 162 game stats?
Mike Trout. I don't think you want to do that right now. Do you know what his batting average is?
Uh-huh.
It's for those that aren't paying attention, he's batting a 169. And then
That is not what you expect.
not from Mike Trout. He's got 29 strikeouts.
But 8 home runs.
He has 8 home runs. And the Angels are currently sitting in a very bunched up division. Right with Sacramento. But that doesn't matter because they're all within 3 games of first place in that division.
Right.
That division is a hot potato of mediocrity.
So I took the liberty of doing this because I wanted to bring up Mike Trout. If Mike Trout keeps this pace up for 162 games, he will end up with 56 home runs, 113 RBIs on 99 hits. 56 home runs on 99 hits.
I thought you were going to tell me how many strikeouts he was going to have.
204.
Okay. Yeah, so he has 14 hits and 8 are home runs. That makes sense.
That's the pace he's on right now.
I love baseball. Dad's over there.
Look
at all the math
He'd be the
coming up.
first player ever to hit 55 plus home runs with a sub 200 average.
The chance of this we'll follow this every week, but the chances of this continuing is very, very rare.
Mark Trumbo has the club strikeout record of 184. He would eclipse that at a 204 strikeout pace.
Wait, the club record for the Angels is 184? That seems low.
Guys, Mark Trumbo set that record. So he's moved into Adam Dunn, Dave Kingman territory.
I like that he's transitioning his career, and his contract runs out in how many years?
14.
He'll be playing until he's very, very, very old.
He's turning into the most expensive 3 outcomes hitter in baseball history.
So I have a question for you on plus minus. I know you just went to Trout, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just going to change it up on the American League side. American League teams only. There are currently only 5 total teams with a plus in the run differential.
Wow.
In the entire American League currently. Can you name the 5? You get 5 guesses. When you get one, 5 between the 2 of you. When you get one, I'll give you the right answer. You both have it. Dad, you're first.
Yankees.
Correct.
Oh, come on.
Todd, what do you got?
That's who I was going to pick.
Pick one.
There's 4 others.
Detroit's been hot. Go with Detroit.
Detroit, you got 2 and you got 8 more guesses. This is when it gets fun.
Say it.
I don't think it's the Rangers.
The Texas Rangers is your guess? No.
No, I was going to say.
He said he doesn't think it's Texas.
So I'm going to.
No, he's not going to say Texas.
No, I said it's not Texas. I'm going to go with the Red Sox.
The Red Sox are not it. A -4 on the year. Todd, you're up.
You said not Texas.
You can still guess them.
You can never be wrong.
Texas.
Texas is a -14.
You're saying this, so it's got to be like somebody wacky. Like, do the Angels Wait, no. What about the Athletics? The Athletics have a positive run differential.
The Athletics are minus 18, so that's a negative.
That was
Here we
wrong.
go. We're forward.
That was wrong.
We only got 6 left. Dad, what do you got?
How about Cleveland?
Cleveland is a -5. No, sir.
Ooh, wow, it's getting tough.
This is so funny.
Houston scores a lot of runs.
Houston Astros are correct at a +11. You have
Okay.
2 left and 4 guesses. Dad, what do you got?
I'm going in the same division, Seattle.
Seattle +4. You have 1 team left to guess. 3 guesses.
Oh, what team hasn't sucked?
It's the American League. There's so many great teams.
This is so difficult. So we said Detroit. We said not. It's not the White Sox. They suck.
You're correct. They're a -30, if you were wondering,
Yeah, it's not.
to start the year.
They actually could have a bad record as long as they score a lot of runs.
But you said not the Angels.
That's correct. They're a -18 with the A's.
Is Toronto? No. I'm going to go Toronto.
Toronto's a -16. Dad, who do you got?
Oh, God.
That was going to be my guess. Now, let me just think about this. I am going to go. This is a really crazy one.
It's crazy there's only 5 teams in the American League with a positive run differential.
This is pathetic. American League's got to get it together.
None of the other teams make any sense at all.
They just think all.
Trying to look who's got a good offense in there. Crapshoot. How about the Twins?
The Twins are not it. They're a -18.
Wow, that's a crapshoot.
Todd, last
That's
guess.
just our crap.
Who do I got left? I got the
Kansas
Royals.
City, Baltimore,
It's not Baltimore. They've been just a stinkfest.
Tampa. Those are your last 3.
It's between those 3?
You have a 1 in 3 chance. Everybody else has been guessed. Plus, Dad threw it off because he said Texas and had me say, no, it wasn't them. And you also did that with the Angels. So I gave you a couple more guesses.
I'm not really sure about this.
Who you feeling?
I want to say Kansas City.
Kansas City is a -20.
That's even worse than my
And
guesses.
Baltimore's a -28. It's the Tampa Bay Rays with a +5, everybody. And you are right about not getting that. There's only 5 teams in the American League with a plus in run differential. And the Yankees and Detroit. Yankees are +31. Detroit is +30. Everyone else is +11 for the Astros. Then it's single digits. So the American League is certainly having a tough go of it. Now, when you go to the National League, a lot more teams in the positive.
So are we going to guess the 2 teams that have negative run differentials?
It's not that hard because it's very easy. Here's the shocking thing about run differential to me. In the NL East, which I thought would be a powerhouse, and Todd, you said this earlier, the Mets are the only team with a run differential and a positive with a +36. Every other team is a negative. That is shocking because I thought we were going to have some wild cards there. In the other one that shocked me is the NL Central. There's only 1 team with a negative run differential.
So the NL Central's a power.
Has 1 team in a negative. And if you would have said this before the season, you'd say there's 0. I would give 3 teams, right?
Right.
It's Pittsburgh Pirates. And they're a -16.
They're negative.
Every other team, even the Cardinals are a positive.
Wow.
Well, the Cardinals had somewhat of a hot start.
And then obviously in the NL West, which is hotter than hot.
So you got to have 4 teams in the
There's only 1 team, and it's not hard. And they have the worst run differential in all of baseball. -55 already.
Oh, yeah.
The Rockies.
I mean, the other 4 are all positive, right?
Yes, the other 4 are all positive, and the worst of the 4 is the Dodgers at +8.
They stink.
You hate to see it.
+8. So, Dad, again, you can sleep happy. That's my plus-minus. That's my run differential game, which I could not believe the American League only had 5 teams, and I also couldn't believe the Dodgers were only +8. But the NL Central, very shocking.
That's really shocking.
So, Interesting start to the year. The American League is going to have to start warming up the bats. That's what we have.
At some point. Hey, can we do our weekly check-in on Antonio Senzatela?
You may. I am ready for that because I always like to go over the whip. The whip, walk hits per inning.
He's still leading the majors in whip.
This is hard to be above a 1.5. I think we've determined, right, Todd?
Yeah, above a 1.5, you're flirting with getting demoted to the minor leagues.
Currently, he is the third, I think I said third or second highest played Rocky. So Antonio is sitting at an ERA. He's brought it down since the last time we spoke. He's down to a 4.81. Really bringing it down under 5, which is great. His whip is a 1.93.
He brought that down, too, in the last game.
Which is
April 20th versus Washington.
Again, this is going to be a wild ride. The fact that his ERA is under a 5 and his whip is almost a 2. Let's call it. It's like a 2. So 2 runners get on base every inning with him. And his ERA is under a 5. It's pretty nutty.
First batter of the game, he walked on April 20th. So that didn't help the whip.
I have a National League East question for probably Dad more than you, Todd, because you like to see this guy buried. Is Aaron Nola done? His stats are horrible. He is a 6.43 ERA. He's 0-5, and he has a 1.61 whip. His walk to strikeout, he has 31 strikeouts, 11 walks. These numbers are not good.
I saw him pitch against the Mets. That was his last outing.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually thought he was better than he's been accused of being. Through the first 2 times through the lineup, he was great. He was striking out batters. He only allowed 1 home run. The only offense was the 1 home run to Brett Beatty. He kind of fell apart in the 3rd time through the lineup. But he got through, I think he was in the 6th inning, 7th inning when he got pulled.
So the Phillies
thought he had good stuff. He was not pitching bad. I don't think he's done. I think he's had a bad run of it with that team.
The Phillies are 13-12. He's 0-5.
Okay. And his whip is 1.6.
He's not done. He's going to improve. He's a warm weather pitcher.
Okay. Waiting for the warmth. The other thing that was interesting to me, I don't know what we make of Dean on Baltimore, but he's also pretty bad, but he has 2 wins. He's a 6.84 ERA with a 1.60 whip. Our other guy, Charlie from Baltimore, I believe he finally pitched a good game, or maybe he went out of the major leagues. I don't know what happened to Charlie, but he was up on the list. He's not there anymore. What happened to Charlie Morton, Todd? Where did he go?
You started making salt? I don't know.
I'm not seeing it. He was on our list. He was really bad.
Looking at him on the whip list?
Yes. Did he throw a no-no?
No, I think sometimes if they don't have enough innings, they just take him off the list.
That's possible. Because when we talked last time, he was pretty high.
Yeah. He didn't decrease it that quickly.
No. And he's one of the higher paid guys. He was number 2. He had an 8.84 ERA with a 1.91 whip. And he was 0-4 to start the season. Did they send him to the minors? I didn't look
doubtful. That's doubtful.
What happened to Justin Verlander? Those are the 2 that I was watching that are really not doing that great.
Now, Charlie Morton currently is sitting at a 10.89 ERA with 20 innings pitched.
Okay.
His whip is at 2.226.
Why is he on this list? Did they send him down? Did they cut him?
No. He last pitched on the 20th and got blown out.
Yeah, so he should have made my list. I apologize. How about Justin Verlander? He's still pitching for the Giants, right? Which are playing great, even though he's playing terrible.
Did he claim injury?
Could have. I don't know if Charlie claimed injury. I didn't look. Justin Verlander was third on the list last time with a 1.77 whip.
No, he's down to 1.5.
Okay, that makes sense. So he's bringing it down. That would make sense because a 1.5 puts him. He should have still made my list. I'm not seeing him though. I wonder if if something happened to my list. I apologize, sports fans. We like to follow the SwingBadder candidates, and Charlie Morton, he is top of the top. He's beaten Antonio.
I mean, that's impressive.
I think that takes a lot of effort and commitment. But the Orioles are worrying me. My pick is not looking that hot. Pretty bad.
No,
also.
they do not look good right now.
Not look good at all. I was going to ask you a fun fact about the Colorado Rockies. Do you know the Colorado Rockies have two players leading all of Major League Baseball in strikeouts?
Oh, wow.
They have their third baseman and the first baseman. So for those that don't remember,
players?
Yes. Their first baseman and third baseman. For those that don't remember.
Wait, you know what happened to Morton? Morton pitched on Easter when the Cubs blew him out with 24 runs.
They must have sent him down or something. Or my list is poor.
They're hiding him. They said Major League Baseball left the stats somewhere or something.
We're not. The Baltimore paid MLB.com did not have him on there.
Right. Yeah.
Like you can un-Google search yourself.
Right. Exactly.
So remember the hot corners of the Rockies? Remember back in the day you had Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story. God, wasn't Todd Helton the first baseman there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Classic hitters, right? Well, the Colorado Rockies have Ryan McMahon, who's subbing in for Chris Bryant, who's not playing because he's injured, and Michael Toglia. Here's their stats. Ryan's got 39 strikeouts, and he's batting a 181. Michael has 37 strikeouts, and he's batting a 173. And combined, they have 3 home runs. So to say the hot corner in Colorado is the hot corner, I don't know how you can't replace these guys with something better, but this is in Colorado, mind you. They've played home games. Colorado is a hitter's park. These numbers are...
But if you're striking out, it doesn't matter where you're pitching.
I got to give it to Ryan.
Park if you're striking.
I got to give it to Ryan. He also has 14 walks, so he literally does not swing the bat at all.
Well, the fact that they overcame the Rafael Devers onslaught from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. He is third with 36.
It makes one wonder, are we looking at the Rockies as the team to challenge the Mets record of only 40 wins? We thought it was the White Sox last year.
No, the White Sox
got
so much better.
Wait, Ryan McMahon is flirting with real greatness here. He had real greatness. Ready for this?
SwingBadder greatness, right?
If Ryan McMahon plays 162 games at this pace,
yes,
he will end the season with 258 strikeouts. That's the best anybody has ever struck out.
And the
thing, what would he hit, about 14 home runs?
He would be competing with his teammate.
Sorry. Yeah, 15 home runs.
The two of them could get 500 strikeouts. Just the two of them. So for those out there who play fantasy baseball, do
you know how much his contract is for?
I would love to know how much Ryan's contract is for. Please enlighten us.
$70 million.
Stop it. Stop. No, you're lying right now. There's no way. No, you're pulling our leg.
We're getting this from the Onion.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I gotta verify now.
I'm gonna call fly. Now he's just making things up. There's no way that Colorado
this is right.
This
is right.
This much money to this player.
We might have found SwingBadder gold.
I think we're picking in the right place.
Well, we already found Senzatela, and he's on the Rockies.
Ryan McMahon has a 6-year, $70 million contract to play with the Rockies. He's He's an unlimited free agent in 2028. Rockies, you got to suck this for the next 3 years.
Wait, what was his stats when he signed?
Nah, I don't know.
Who even
was
cares?
27 and 22. In 1922. In 2022, holy cow. This is great. In 2022, they signed him to that contract with a 246 average. Striking out 158 times with 67 RBIs and 20 home runs.
Nothing makes that.
That is.
Somebody's got pictures of
But in
somebody.
6 years, $70 million. It's like $11 million a year or something like that.
You could have got him for 1 year 5, 1 year 10.
How do you sign this guy for 6 years?
Pictures. They have to have pictures of somebody.
I was going to say, how many pictures does he have on you?
Parents, get your kids to play baseball for the Rockies. Jeepers creepers.
I want to just say, the Rockies are committed to this. This plan, like, you know how the Yankees and the Mets are committed to winning and they're paying players a lot of money? The Rockies commit to the opposite. We have an average ball player who will probably be average for 6 years. What do you think? I mean, it sounds like we should lock him in.
Lock him in.
Does he like Colorado? He does.
He's got to love Colorado.
Let's lock him in.
Colorado's like, listen, I got a deal for you. I'm going to give you $1.4 million for every home run you hit.
So if you're looking for really bad contracts early in the year, and again, it's early in the year.
Yeah, Ryan could come back. He could get home.
Go no further than the Texas Rangers' Jock Peterson. They signed him for $18 million this year. And when I last looked, he was on an 0 for 41 streak.
Yeah,
which, by the way, the Mets color commentators, Keith Hernandez, had a great comment that I'm sure you can catch on like Instagram or X or something like that. They were watching the game and somebody's like, well, he's got an 0 for, and he's like, well, Jock Peterson's 0 for 41. And Keith Hernandez goes, that'll drive you to drink.
My favorite is we have a SwingBadder now covers this with Aiden. Aiden covers the Rangers. And he was like, well, Jock Peterson can't be this bad for this long. I'm like, Jock Peterson can't be this bad for like another month. They're just going to cut him. You can't have this on your team. He's going to come around.
Yeah, but he's got to come around in a big way.
Yeah, when you're that much of a start, that's hard to dig out of that hole.
These Rocky numbers are pretty fantastic. They're 4-19 to start the year. They had a double dip today. I know they lost the first one. I didn't know how the second one's going, Todd, if you want to take a look at that. But they are...
Who's this?
The Rockies. They're playing Kansas City in a double dip. They lost the first game. They're 4-19 to start the year. There's a 174. The 12 games back, we've already eliminated them from the playoffs. Now we're just looking at them from a standpoint of will they get 40 wins? That's what we're looking at with the Rockies. That's why we follow them.
They're losing. They lost 6-2 and 7-4. They lost both games.
So they're consistent. They're 1-9 in their last 10.
Well, we can say this: they lose fast. It's not that late to have lost 2 games.
It's not even just the pitch clock either.
They have things to do. Can you imagine being an ump when you go face the Rockies? You're like, this is going to be quick.
The smartest Colorado Rocky.
Yes.
Charlie Blackmon, who retired before he had to put up with this year.
Yes. They are at home, they're 3-6. On the road, they're 1-13. And 75 runs scored versus 130 runs given up. They're -55, which makes the White Sox jealous because the White Sox are only a -30.
Can you imagine having a job, having to cover this team for 162
What about
games?
the manager? What about what if you're the manager of this team?
Well, you can hope you get fired. If
the manager literally has the first base and third base who are fighting out to get the record for most strikeouts in a season. And at this point, you're just like, play them all. Keep it up.
He's going to wear a sign around his neck that says, fire me tomorrow.
You know that Billy Bean scene in the Moneyball where he goes up to the players in the locker room?
Yeah.
Take a pitch. Yeah, you want the count in your favor. I think the Rockies are like, it doesn't matter. It could be 3-1. You'll probably still strike out.
Jock Peterson is on pace for 32 hits
For the year?
for the year.
Well, he's a designated hitter, so he doesn't even play against lefties.
Well, you know.
So he's not going to
478 at bats.
He won't get 470 as a designated hitter.
Which means his hits are going
even
down.
less hits.
Yes. Todd was like playing him all the time. Yeah, it may be maybe want to save him for the playoffs.
Well, it's a great with the playoffs wearing the pearls around his neck.
I think, how the NBA saves players for the playoffs? I think that's what you do. You have Jock get hurt, one of those phantom falls. He just he starts to run or starts to walk up to the plate. I guess he never runs the first.
Lower body injury.
Oh, I think he's going to be out for a bit.
Karma would have it that Jock has the last laugh, that he'll get to the playoffs and he'll get some really big hits and everyone.
That's what I mean. Save him he's a playoff guy. He's not interested in the beginning of the season.
Can we say that about the Rockies' third baseman and first baseman?
Yeah, Ryan McMahon's making 11.5. Jock Peterson's
Here's
12.
The difference between Texas and Colorado is Texas is in first place in their division, and they have a 14-10 record. So I would argue that Texas actually is looking to be in the playoffs, and the Colorado Rockies are nowhere close.
The Colorado Rockies
so
this year are going to be called slump busters. When you play against them, your slump is over.
Yeah.
Now it's getting to the point, if you lose one game in a series against the Rockies, you're like, man, that was terrible. I can't believe we did that. Everyone has to sweep the Rockies.
Yep.
Because now it's just we're going to have to tag the teams they beat.
You don't even celebrate when you beat them.
That would be something.
Walk off.
You kind of put a yellow ribbon on your team bus and drive out.
That would be fun to see. Todd, do you have their schedule pulled up to see who they beat? They only have 4 wins. It shouldn't take us that long to figure that out.
I'll get there. Hold on.
I don't even know. I haven't followed who they've been playing, but 3 games. Their record at home is really not bad. 3-6. They're tough at home. Although
that's where they win.
Beat the Nationals.
There you go. You have the Nationals.
They beat the A's once.
They beat the Brewers.
There you go.
They beat the A's. They beat the Brewers. That was at the beginning of the season when there was hope.
Okay, they have 1 more win.
And then the Nationals, and then it just kept going.
I don't see a 4th win.
Yeah, I don't either. Was that in March?
Has to be in March. Start the year.
Yeah. Is this?
That might be spring training.
Yeah.
The Rays. They beat the Rays.
Yeah, in the second game of the year, they were 1-1.
Yep. It was a big deal.
They've been 3-18.
They never have had a winning record because they lost opening day. So they were 0-1 and then 1-1, and it's been downhill since then.
I think they're for sale.
For $1 billion. Can when you buy them, can you unload? Can you have the contracts go with the other owner? Can they take Ryan with them?
You'd have to. You'd have to do something.
Okay, I buy the team, but the other owner has to hang out with Ryan for the next 3 years. He just has to.
They have to come with the Nuggets and the Broncos.
Right. You could have Jokic play first base, and you'd be better off.
So if you want to be outside in Colorado, again, I'm a big stadium guy. Colorado does have a really nice stadium. It overlooks the Rockies. If you get in an upper deck, it's pretty nice. If you get down...
Well, it should be easy to get seats
you
this
should
year.
have no problem with tickets, and the sun will be out, and it will be gorgeous. You get a nice tan, and your team, you get to watch other teams come in and perform. I used to always like that about the Rockies. You can see a really long home run from
So what you could do is you could go there when your favorite team has got a weekend series and just enjoy 3 quick victories.
$15 you can get in for all 3 games and probably get food included.
I don't know. I'd have to see if Colorado fans are pretty loyal. They have a record of coming out in great numbers, but this is going to test them.
Well, the Mets season is over.
Uh-oh.
Somebody got hurt?
Jeff McNeil's back.
Oh,
I was going to ask you.
A team that gets upset because a guy comes back.
I was going to ask you if they should trade him. Because he was such a he
He's
annoyed you so much last year.
He is a rally buster. Last year, he came back at the end of the season, almost cost us the playoffs.
So
we almost didn't go to the playoffs because he got back in the lineup.
Do you know?
Is he going to replace Acuna? Is he going to send Acuna?
No, they sent Hayden Sanger down because Alvarez is back, and they sent Brett Beatty.
You know who would take
Down
a
to
phone call
Syracuse.
from you about Jeff? The Rockies would take a phone call. They have this guy named Ryan, and he's pretty good. He doesn't have a bad contract in the Mets world. Maybe it's just the people he's around. Maybe he just needs a better influence.
That's it for Beatty. Beatty's done. They're going to have to trade Beatty because he only had one option left.
I think trading Jeff would be a good idea. You hated him last year in the playoffs.
Because Jeff McNeil's problem is he thinks he's a home run hitter. And he forgot that when he won the batting title, he choked up and just slapped at the ball.
Yes.
And so what he started doing was dropping his shoulder when he's swinging and trying to hook under the ball. And the more he does that, the more he pops out. And then he pretends he's Paul O'Neill and throws his helmet and gets angry. And nobody wants to see it. We don't want to see it. Sit down. Let Acuna play now because you're cooked. We're going to trade.
Is this where you actually do have that locker room talk with him and you're like, do you see that guy? Yeah, that's Juan Soto. He hits home runs. Do you see that guy?
Well, not this year.
His name is Pete. Yeah, he hits home runs.
Yeah.
You remember that guy? That's Francisco. Yeah, he's awesome. You're Jeff. Just be Jeff and get on base. Walks, hits, get on base. That's all you need to do. Choke up on the bat, make contact, slap at the ball. That's what you need to do.
His contract's never ending too.
Jeff's is?
Yeah, it's like 16 years or something like that. Oh no, it was only 4 years.
That's not bad.
Here's another $12.5 million one. You have a club option in 2027. We could unload him.
There you go.
Who needs a guy that can play infield and outfield? He plays anything.
Anything at all.
Somebody needs a guy.
Well, we certainly have found some gems today. I was not aware of this. You know, in baseball, there's certain positions that you got to get offense out of. That would be first base and third base. And if they aren't hitting, what the heck are you getting out of your shortstop?
What do you, if you're Chris,
It's not much.
Chris Bryant signed for a long time too.
Well, maybe someday they'll say, hey, Chris Bryant's back. We're on our way now.
Chris Bryant, that's a legendary one.
Yeah, he's been injured. He gets injured every time he sees that team play. He comes out of the dugout, he's like, this is not good.
Well, we got to move ahead.
Yep.
10-day block. After 10 more games, we'll come back and see what got reversed.
Well, we'll be back.
The Rockies get hot? Don't expect it.
Jeff? Did the Rockies get hot? I will be shocked. I'm just going to say this very clearly. It will shock me if we're sitting here talking more about the American League not having more teams in the plus minus club. This plus minus run differential is pretty wild on the American League side. That'll be interesting. I don't know what's happening with the National League East, but if the Mets keep playing like this, I mean, run, Forrest, run. Just keep playing like this and just keep getting further and further ahead.
They'll have it locked up by July.
There's nothing wrong with getting out in front of your competition if they're going to give you the lead, and they have given them the lead.
Ryan McMahon was an all-star last year. Just, to add on to this.
I think the trade Jeff for Ryan is making more sense now.
So, basically, what's his career batting average? Ryan McMahon.
I don't know. I'm just looking is he a really good fielder?
Now, I'll bet you his career batting average in Colorado is probably 270 something.
I think that's high.
His batting average for his career is 242.
Yeah.
And he doesn't steal bases, and he doesn't hit home runs, and
he'd be a great AAA player.
Oh, yeah.
Pacific Coast League, baby.
How happy is he every time he gets that per diem for eating out?
That's a good one.
Well, there's a lot of players who are stealing money for what they perform, but we've identified a couple new ones.
Yeah.
I think that's great about SwingBadder is that's what we look for. So we'll be looking for that all season long. I mean,
and we will look over the next 10 days to see if Jock Peterson can get another hit.
$18 million.
It's a contest.
One could hope. Todd, any closing thoughts? You want to take back your statement about Jeff coming back and hurting the team?
No, I've made it very public. I am not a Jeff McNeil fan. That scene in The Office when Michael Scott goes back and realizes that Holly has been sent back to New Hampshire and he's left with Toby Flanderson again, and it just starts screaming, no. That meme, that is me when I show up at Citi Field and I see Jeff McNeil at second base every time. No, God, please no. I'm going to leave you with this little Ricky Henderson thing. Ricky Henderson broke up 81 no-hitters in his career.
Holy cow.
With home runs.
What? Stop it.
No.
Do you know?
It's impossible.
I know how this happened.
Let it sink in.
I got it now. I figured it out.
Ricky broke up 81 no-hitters with a home run.
In the first inning. Because he's lead off.
Oh, right.
Dad's like, what are the odds of this? When you're the lead off, man, no one's done it better than Ricky Henderson.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
You had that.
Dad, you can use that at parties.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to use it to put on my casket.
Another no-hitter broken up.
It's pretty good.
Final statement from rounding third, Ricky Henderson.
Well, thanks for taking the time, guys, and we appreciate you guys joining us here at SwingBadder. As always, we'll be covering the wonders of baseball because it's a wonderful sport. Just remember, the news is never the end of the world. You got more baseball tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And guess what? Your team's not as bad as the Rockies. And if your team is the Rockies, you got plenty others to choose from. And if you want to cheer for something as a Rocky fan, there's a couple records. 6 double plays in a game. Go for that. 40 wins. Go for 39. Let's try to make every record possible as you can make it, Rockies. Let's make it all about the Rockies this year. 2025.
And we promise that we will keep our eyes on Senzatela and McMahon, and I can't pronounce their first baseman's name.
And that's all we have here for SwingBadder. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, Dad, thank you. Todd, congrats. Thank you. Keep it up, Mets.